Mason, it was a tough outing yesterday in San Antonio. What can you tell us about how that game rolled out?
They came out really hot, and we knew that was going to happen. They've been struggling a little bit, so they were desperate, and they showed that desperation the whole game, and we didn't quite match it. And we found ourselves in a little hole going into the third period, and we're hoping we could dig ourselves out, but they kept pouring it on, and we never really found our game.
You mentioned never really finding your game, only 7 shots through 40 minutes of play. What was it about that game that just didn't really allow you to get going in the offensive zone?
I think we got to give some credit to them. They played a pretty solid game, but I think, our mind wasn't right in every aspect. We didn't look to shoot the puck when we needed to. We tried to force some plays here and there, and then, our special teams need to be better too on top of that. So I think it was a combination of quite a few things.
Well, you mentioned the special teams. That leads right into my next question. The power play has struggled a little bit over the last number of games. What isn't clicking for you right now?
I think at times frustration's creeping into it, but I think, we just got to get back to the basics and shoot pucks and get to the net and recover rebounds and then, repeat that again because that's, good power plays are simple power plays. You're just doing the little things, making the right plays and getting the puck to the net, and that's what we got to look to do.
Is it a case of just sticking to the system? And you've seen it work. Last year, the power play was a really strong part of your game. So is it just sticking to the system, or do you find little tweaks here and there that can spark things?
I think you got to do a little both. Last year we had different personnel than this year, so you can't expect it to work the exact same way. So I think we're still trying to figure out who goes where a little bit. But I think sticking to the systems we put in play for that game, that's going to be important for us down the stretch here this road trip.
Now, despite giving up 2 power play goals late in the game, the penalty kill was actually a very strong part of the contest yesterday, kept you in the game early on. What's been working on that side of the game?
The penalty kill's simple. It's make your reads, but you got to play intense, fast penalty kill smart. You can't get overextended in areas, and I think we've been doing a pretty good job of that. And then especially under zone entries, I think that's been, one of our strong suits. We've been standing up well and clearing pucks when we need to. So, we got to build off that. Obviously, like you said, the last 5-minute penalty we had cost us a little bit, but we got to put that behind us and kill like the way we can.
Seemed like tempers kind of boiled over. It was a tough game. It was a hard physical game. Is that something that you need to adjust how you handle that emotion and channel it, or is it just a case of that's one of those games where everything boils over?
That happens. It's hockey. It's grown men going at it in battle, so you're going to get that. But I think on the road and to a team that hasn't won much, they like to suck you in and try to get the crowd into it and do those types of things. But, we got to play our game. If, at times we got to go at it after the whistle, we will. But, we just got to play hard between the whistles and, do the right things there.
It's a little bit weird coming off the 10:30 start to a 7 o'clock game here today. More of the usual routine, but you've got a little more rest in the legs.
Yeah, for sure it is a little different. You only play 1 or 2 of these 10:30 games a year. So it was kind of like once we were done at 1 yesterday, it was kind of like an off day, just went about your business the way you wanted to the day before a game. So I think we're all feeling pretty fresh for tonight's game.
This Texas Stars club sitting right neck and neck with you in the standings. They've traditionally been a pretty tough out. What do you know about them coming into this contest?
I don't know much, honestly. From last year, they're a hard competitive team, and, this is a fun atmosphere to play in down here. So we're really looking forward to it and getting back on the right path.
Out on the road here for 4 games, but it's kind of an extended road trip. You're out for, I believe it's 8 days. So how important are these swings in bringing the guys together, especially since you're going to spend a lot of time on the road over the next month?
Right. It's really good team building. You got your roommate in the hotel, but you're always going out for meals and all those things together. So it's not like you're back in Winnipeg where, guys don't all live real close to each other. So yeah, it's really good being together as a group and growing that way.
And the weather's a little bit warmer, a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. It's a little cooler than we expected, but, definitely a little warmer than Winnipeg.